Okay, I'm back in. We just had some technical difficulties. We're going to try again with Sarah Shirley. Thanks, Krista, for coming back. That's super sweet. Sarah. Well, okay, hi, you're back. I'm going to add you in. Oops, I can't add you in. I don't know why. Sarah, can you try? I wonder if your connection, what's going on? For some reason, I can't even bring you in. Um, can you try to request to be in this, Sarah? Hi, Sean. I don't know you, but hello. Waiting for Sarah. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. Okay, yes. I'm adding in, my dear. Let's pray for the connect us beautifully. Oh, didn't work. Sarah, can you try ask to come in here? Sorry, guys. This is the life we're living in right now. Little adapting. Okay, here we go. Let me, come on, baby. Come on. Okay. Hi.
Hey, is that better?
I think it's better, yes.
Okay.
I love it. Hello, and welcome back. Yay.
Hey, Denise.
Hi,
Hey,
hi.
do we get the how's the sound better?
So much better.
Okay, good. I'm gonna
Yes.
try to set this down and see if it still sounds good.
Okay.
Okay. Hear me? No. Okay. All right.
It's,
I'm gonna have to be my own
yes.
camera operator today.
Yes, you are. You're gonna have to hold that darn thing.
Yeah.
It's okay. Thank you so much for
I
being here.
I
So,
broken two tripods during quarantine, so
hey, it's all part of the process that we're going through right now. So great. I'm so glad you're here for this core talk. So I've been doing a series called What's Working and What's Not, and basically checking in with amazing women like you who are running their own business and managing life and shelter in place, and just checking in with how they are staying well, how you are staying well, and what are the wellness tactics you're using to just manage this time, because it's a completely different time. And one of the reasons I wanted to bring you on now is because summer is coming. Like, it's kind of here. We had a bonfire last night. It was great, and we're getting into that time where um we want to be open, we want to be free, we want to start opening up, which is kind of, that's what's happening in the country. We're starting to open up, and yet we don't really know how to do it. And you, Sarah Shirley, who is the founder of Mercer, which is this amazing beach, I don't know if beach wear, beach cover up line, and you're going to tell us about it. And she is the chief Mercer muse. Her whole concept of wellness is the mindset of the endless summer, the feeling great in your body no matter what. And so that's why I wanted to have you on, Sarah, for us to tap into that philosophy, where that came from, how you're applying it, and how we can apply it as we enter into this weird summer. So tell us a little bit about Mercer and about you, and what your shelter in place situation is, and how you're feeling right now.
Oh, such a loaded, juicy question. Well, thanks, Denise, so much for having me. It's great to be reconnected and connecting with you again. I don't think that we're ever disconnected from people. There's just momentary lapse. So I am Sarah Shirley, the Chief Mercer Muse, as I like to call myself, or Empress Sarzi. I even gave myself a title this year. And that is one thing that makes me feel like I'm in my sovereign empire, that I have skills and techniques to stay grounded or to stay on track no matter what. And some of those may include like just feeling like I'm in summer. So anytime I'm doing a Facebook Live, whether it's or an Instagram Live or anything, whether it's in the winter or the summer, I'm always in a summery outfit. Sometimes I even wear my bathing suit so that I can feel like those endless summer vibes.
I
It's all
love
about
that.
working on our mindset. And so that's my number one tip that I always lead with, because I designed Mercer so I could always feel like I was on vacation when I'm working. So like if I have to do my taxes, or if I have to organize receipts or ship out orders, I want to feel in that vibe. So it's really important to
Hmm.
work on your mindset. And anytime you're going to like embark on some sort of project is spend some time getting yourself in a space where you're feeling really good.
Mm. So one of the things, so that brings up, Sarah and I met on a surf trip in Montauk. And so we shared a house together out in Montauk in the month of June. It was a pre-summer. It was like the pre-summer, getting ready for summer. And we had such a great time. And what's was a challenge for me and has been a challenge for me, and I've done talks on this, of how to return back to your work and how to return to like normal life or challenging aspects of life after having that taste of summer and that vacation feeling. And how do you keep that as you're moving forward? And I would say now, how do we tap, because we've all kind of stopped everything energetically, and we've been inside, we've been covered, we have masks on our faces, we're not, summer vibes are open vibes, they are free flowing vibes, they're all of these things. How you feel on summer vacation, we always want to take that with us. I don't think we've been feeling like we're on vacation right now. I think we've been in a lot of fear. So how do we bring those vibes in, in the concept, like with the work? Give us some more, talk a little bit more about that, because you're starting on that, and I love that. I love what you're saying about how to get into that, even when you're working or doing something challenging.
Yeah, no, that's a great lead. And I think that for me, and I'll use examples from my own life to inspire everybody who's watching, and hello to everybody who's watching.
Yes.
I think it's really important to, this is not a time to go outward, like so much of our life is like going to parties, going to events, going and doing things with other people. And I think that the first pivot or shift that is really important is this is a time to go inward, to work on ourselves, work on our fitness, work on, our direct relationships with people that we have, whoever we're sheltering in place with, or our families.
Mm.
Your relationship with yourself. So your source energy. I think it's really important to, this summer's going to be different. It's going to feel really different. So number one tip is focus on like your source energy. And I put my hand right here on my heart, because you really want to go internal during this time, because if we're like looking outward to connect with so many other people and we can't, it's just going to lead to a lot of disappointment.
Yeah. And you and I got on a quick call before our live, and we were talking about one of the concepts of Mercer movement. So Sarah has a movement that is associated with her brand, and the Mercer movement is about creating the summer of your dreams all the time, right? And so as we are moving, I know for me, summer is like California, and it's going to the Hotel del Coronado, and it's seeing my friends in LA, and maybe going on, a road trip up to San Francisco. It's all of those things. And I'm like, how do I plan the summer of my dreams, Sarah, when a lot of the elements that I dream of and I think of are gone? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think we have to use that technique of pivoting. And that can be really hard, especially if you're not used to pivoting, or you think I'm bad at pivoting. And actually, we're all really great at pivoting. We're as busy women, busy moms, we always have to pivot. Something's not working out, or you take a wrong turn. So, instead of going to the Hotel del Coronado, or, me going out to Montauk, or going surfing, or, whatever it is, I think it's like, okay, well, how can I achieve this virtually? Like, how can I find connection with people on Facebook, on Instagram, doing things. So it's taking a lot of creativity, but it's like, what's coming through for me is like, how do I want to feel this summer?
Yeah.
Like, who do I want to be with? All these things I'm missing out on, but like, what are some 3 feelings? Like, I want to feel free. I want to feel really alive. Like, I want to feel my vitality, my well. And I want to feel opulent. Okay. Like I want to feel like there's luxuriousness in my life, even though I go to like luxurious hotels and things like that. So I've been putting on a lot of like opulent makeup and wearing beautiful clothes around my house. I have a lot of beautiful clothes.
I love that.
And, even before the pandemic, I was wearing like, my yoga pants and a cashmere sweater. And then I putting on dresses and getting really dressed up and putting on beautiful accessories and beautiful earrings. And I think like, remember a couple of years ago when everybody was on like staycation because the gas prices were so high? And I think we have to sit down with our families and plan the summer of our dreams. Like, how do we want to feel? Where can we go close to our homes? Is there food that we can make, like really special food that maybe we have the time? We can make, you know, a banana bread every week. Or right now I'm staying with my parents and my mom and I do a challenge every week. So right now we're doing a dancer's pose challenge.
I
Like,
love that.
we did 5 days of plank, and this week we're doing dancer's pose. We pick like a mini challenge every week to focus on, and it does bring some like some fun, like almost like Julie, the cruise director. You need to be your own cruise director of your life.
Yeah. I mean, I love that. And it's interesting, even that image of, and hi, Eddie. Hi, everybody who's joined, Deb, being the cruise director of your life and the containment of the cruise, right? So how do you create this wonderland in your home or stay close to home? I want to talk a little bit about the clothing thing. So Sarah was doing an awesome tutorial for women on how to spackle, how to Sarah's opening up. Actually, Sarah's going back to work next week in her pop-up shop. So she's going in and doing the mask thing and having customers come to her store. And she gave this amazing Facebook Live on spackling. And before she even talked about spackling, she talks about the lipstick that she was wearing, like some fancy lipstick. And she's like, and these earrings, when you're going to do a project, you want to like feel good. And she had the hat on that said girls, 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 meaning like girls can do this. And what about the clothing that can help us feel well? Because I will say that's one thing. Yes, the yoga pants, like I'm kind of loving that I'm not, whatever. I always wear yoga pants. This is my profession. But what can we do in our homes? Like you said, using like, getting into the bathing suit or whatever it is, how can we use clothing? And why does clothing help us feel good? Like I'm not really a clothing person. So Sarah is traditionally a stylist. You've styled many, many people over, you've styled some of my clients. And what about clothing? Like, how does that affect our mood? And yeah, talk a little bit about that so we can get inspiration.
Yes, that's a great lead in. So when you are in an outfit that's sloppy, okay, or like you're in a sweater that doesn't make you feel good, you don't feel good. Like if you're wearing some sweats and they don't make you feel cute, you don't feel cute. Or like if you're like, typically, I don't wear a ton of makeup, but I like to have a little bit of makeup on because it gives me that extra polish that I like. And so when I adorn myself, and I spend a lot of time doing Facebook Lives, like even the beginning on a Facebook Live, there's like that pause, and I'm putting on like lip gloss and I'm like fanning my feather and I'm adorning myself. I'm taking that time, like any good athlete, any good CEO, they have like a get ready ritual. So I think it's really important to find clothing and things that make you feel good. Like you've put on a sweater, Denise, and it's like itched you, or it's like you're tugging it all day and you don't feel good in it. And so that is like running the background in your mind. So if you put on something that doesn't make you feel good, it's going to color your mood. So that's why it's really important to dress. And okay, here's such a good tip. If you wake up and you're feeling grouchy, don't put on a grouchy outfit. Put on an outfit that's bright and bold, that's going to transcend your mood into feeling good. And it's true. Like, you don't have to like put on a suit or anything like that. You don't need to put on, like, get overdone, but just a little bit of effort can like just take you to the notch. And it's like in fitness, like, do I need to pull back or can I push forward just a little bit? Knowing your own inner tweak is really important.
I'm loving this. And generally we think of, I know I do, it's like I dress only if I'm going to go out and other people are going to see me. So I'm sort of doing it for other people. But what you're saying to me, which I love, is, and it's true self-love, doing it for you, like nobody's going to see it. And what's funny though, is my daughter, she was in my closet and I'm always wearing, my Lululemon or whatever. And she looks up or she pulls these high heels out and she goes, I like these, mommy. These are pretty. And then she sees this flower dress and I like that flower dress. And the other day she made me put it on. She's like, wear this and then wear these high heels, and I'm walking around the house in this dress, in these high heels. And it was so funny because I'm like, oh yeah, like she likes to wear pretty stuff and she puts it on all day, you know, and she doesn't have any money to show. It's for her. And
Yeah.
I love that concept of doing that. And you know what? I want to also note that another way you can do it, because when we go out, is to do it in the mask. So there's a local designer, well, she's not a designer, she's just a local Maplewood woman. She made these beautiful masks, you know, out of these beautiful materials. And to be honest, I bought a couple different ones, and I bought one for Alex, and it helped me with the whole mask thing, because it was sort of like, and now I'm going to bring a little bit of floral print into the world. You know, I'm going to bring a little bit of like style, and it's sort of more fun to wear the mask, to be honest. So I think that it's a nice thing to, you know, thinking about the in, but also as we're going out in our weird closed off, you know, energies, that we could put out a vibrant energy to help everybody else too. So I want to segue into something you also told me about Mercer movement, which is that one of your philosophies is to spread and share kindness and love through compliments. And that really, you know, it gives to yourself, it gives to the world, and it's just such a beautiful thing to do. So can you talk about that and maybe give us some thoughts on how we could do that now when we're in this, again, closed energy time?
Yes. Thank you for bringing that up. So I agree. When I go to the post office to ship out my orders, I'm like decked out to the nines because it makes me feel good, because it is scary to go out. And, you know, I'm putting my hair clip in and I'm trying to feel, I'm personally uplifting the energy of the universe because I want my energy to transcend. And then when I go out, you know, I really am thankful for all the frontline workers. I give them a compliment. I say, how's your day going? You know, how are you feeling? Thanks for working here. And then even prior to that, you know, anytime I was traveling on the subway or I was in the airport or I saw somebody and I was like, wow, I love your look. You look amazing in that. Thank you so much. You really uplifted my energy. And I'm sure I want to be sure to tell people, like, I don't want to just think it. I want to speak it, because it's another form of connecting with people. And I think it's really important. And we can still do that from 6 feet away. We can still, like, if we're driving by someone's house or walking by and we see, like, oh, I love your home. I love your flowers. You know, like everything, our house is like done up and it looks pretty. And you can do that too, like via text. You can do it, you know, just popping in, like, say your Instagram crush, saying, I really appreciate what you're doing.
I love that.
One of my mentors, who's Susan Hyatt, she did a whole like pivot your business. And I was really upset. Like I told you on before we were talking, I was really upset that I couldn't open my store because I was looking forward to it all year. And then I got this idea to do these virtual store openings. So I sent her a note. I said, I really want to send you a gift. You helped me so much. And she goes, oh, you don't really need to. I said, no, I'd like to, because you really helped me. Like, I doubled my income, you know, because of your little advice about pivoting and not waiting until this is over. Because we could be waiting for years for this to be over.
Right. I love that. I love that. That's just inspiring to me, to just give it out. And you know what? It's like, we're so tired and we're so behind and we're so just trying to catch up with life and get the things that need to be done in a day done. But I do think that one little step of giving out, and you know what, it's not that hard. Like you said, it's not that hard. You could be walking down the street, you see somebody here, people are out, you can say something nice to them, you know, and people love it. It's amazing to hear, you look great in that, from a stranger. You know, it's actually more meaningful, because it's not like a friend who's like telling you because they want to, you know, whatever, make you feel good. It's like, oh wow, like this person, they noticed me, I'm still here. Because I think a lot of us, again, have gone into, we're in our little shielded capsules and we don't know how to interact, and we're not interacting, we're isolated. And the people, especially people who really don't have family at home to connect with, you know, this is a great, I think this is a movement. I love it. So tell us one last thing, we'll just wrap up. There's, you mentioned, and you have like either a template for or a way to create your endless summer on your website, or can you tell us a little bit about that, so maybe we could do that and participate in that?
Yes. Totally. Denise, have you ever done a Mad Libs with when you were a kid, or have you done one with your kids?
Yes.
So this is like a Mad Libs style endless summer planner, and it really focuses on how you want to feel. So you're first going to define, like, what are some feelings I want? How do I want to feel this summer? I mentioned for me, I want to feel opulent, vitality. I want to feel abundant. I want to feel free in my clothing. So I want to wear loose, flowy clothes. And I want to feel like I'm always on vacation. I want to feel that like windswept, vibe. So it starts off with that. And then it's like month by month, like things you want to do. Like I've always wanted to make these foods, read these books. And so once you kind of can plan, like once you have a map of how you want your summer to look and feel, it's so much easier to accomplish it. So you can go to our blog at Mercer.com, which is called the Mercer Movement, and you can download it. It's a PDF. And this is the first installment of one. So we're going to come out with another one like late August. When you have those kind of end of summer blues, but you can still squeeze out a few endless summer vibes. And this is going to take you into the fall.
I love that. So I'm posting your site, mercer.com, right?
Yes, MERSUR.com.
And then you said on the blog is where we would find that PDF.
Yes, on the Mercer Movement blog.
Mercer Movement blog.
You're not going to be, you don't have to scroll down. It's the first one.
And people can connect. Can they DM you through Mercer, through your Insta too, or how do you prefer?
Yes, we love personal connection. That's what we're all about here in the Mercer Movement, is personally connecting with people. I mean, when I was working as a designer, I barely even met the people I was working for, like Ralph Lauren or Tommy Hilfiger. You barely even met them. I really like to connect with my customers and my fans and my friends. And, I love to get their direct feedback. So important to me.
You are so inspiring, Sarah. I'm loving this conversation, and we haven't even talked in person for a while, but like you said, we maintain our connection, and we see each other on Facebook and Insta, and we pop in and say little lovey things to each other. And you are just such a wonderful, open-hearted spirit. And I'm so glad I met you, and I'm so glad that I had you as a guest on this core talk today, because I'm learning a lot, and I'm going to go download that Endless Summer PDF. I think that's a great plan. And I was wondering, can I share that in my newsletter to my my community too?
We would be so honored. I can send you the PDF. That might be helpful.
That would be great. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. And is there anything else you want to say as a little wrap up?
I just want to say thank you so much for bringing me in. I feel so uplifted by your energy, and it's been an honor and a pleasure to be here during this core talk. So thank you. Thank you.
Great. Bye, Sarah. Bye. See you soon. Bye. Thank you, everyone.